Welcome back to another Anime and Beyond review. Today we'll be covering Stranger Things Season 3, Episode 6. We're going to start with Nancy. In Episode 5, two of the bodies that were dead merged together and created that monster. In this episode, it started chasing Nancy around the hospital. Eventually, she got trapped in a room, again, like we were talking about last time, and it looked like she was about to be turned into one of the Mind Flayer's little people.
Henchmen.
Yeah, or henchwoman.
Henchwoman.
Yeah, come on. But Jonathan's trying to break into the room, can't get in, and then out of nowhere, 11 comes in, breaks in.
She
flays the flay, man. Up, down, all around, and then knocked him out the window. That thing was still moving afterwards.
Yeah, the thing was, it went down the sewer, and then it combined with the actual mind. Man, that's so crazy. Like, there's like different oh man, that made me sick. Different parts of the Mind Flayer everywhere. I guess it's just kind of like all part of the big one. Oh man,
and
my skin crawl.
And at the end of the episode, other people are joining in, and they're just like sacrificing themselves and becoming part of that Mind Flayer that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. After they get out of the hospital, they head over to Hopper's place, and Eleven's looking for a couple different people, can't find anybody, and they're all having conversations on whether Eleven's using too much of her powers or not. But then it gets
mostly Mike
because he loves her. And then we get to the scene where Eleven starts looking for Billy and she finds him, but he's sitting on the bed. And so everybody's like, this is a trap. But she goes ahead and she tries to go talk to him and get in his mind. Anyways, and this is where it gets really, really trippy, because she starts seeing memories of Billy's. And it starts out with a nice memory of his mother, but then it gets worse and worse and worse. And at the center of it all is where that Mind Flayer is. Like where
it all started. Like, and then we see that after she gets out, everything starts fast forwarding. You can see, like, again, like him being dragged in there and everything that happened with that. And then she gets pulled out of that, and then what was trippy was, you think she's out, right? But she's not out. I think so. According to what you were saying, we think that Billy was in her mind afterwards, and she was calling out, Mike, where are you? And Billy says, with the echo of the Mind Flayers, like, he's not here. There's no one here. It's just me and you. And he starts talking about how this plan is to get rid of her, and as well as everyone else. Because if you think about it, that's all he needs to do.
Yeah.
She's the only one in his way.
That we know of.
Yeah, that we know of.
We know that
she has a sister.
She has a sister.
Yeah.
We don't know if there's any other sisters
out there
that might have powers. But yeah.
Her sister, all she can really do is make illusions.
For sure. But I mean, like, the sister, like, they all have numbers.
Yeah.
So if there was another sister out there that might be similar to 11.
True.
But we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know that. I mean, maybe when the next episode we'll find out. But we find out that his plan is to get rid of her, and then after that kill her friends, and then everything else. I'm not sure what his ultimate goal is.
It sounds like he wants to turn this world into the same thing as the Upside Down.
For what reason, though? I guess that's one.
Feels like home.
Nothing feels like home.
But 11 has been using her powers more and more, like we were talking about, and getting more and more comfortable with it. She spied on Mike and the other guys, and then actually brought up what they said in their conversation in one of her arguments with Mike. And then that kind of came back to bite her. With this one, she said she could go in his mind, went in Billy's mind, but that came back to bite her again, because then Billy knew where she was, and the Mind Flayer thing got bigger and it was coming towards her.
And this kind of was like what I was saying before, like, I feel like the Mind Flayer was learning, because I don't think he did this before in the other seasons.
No, I mean they did track where people were based off of,
But I don't know. Could the Mind Flayer track where 11 was? I don't think this.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I don't know if she's ever tried to go in Will's mind before. She never tried to go in Will's mind. Meanwhile, Hopper and Joyce are with Murray trying to get this Russian guy to talk. And, he's having all these demands like a cherry Slurpee and gets a strawberry one, so he says, I'm not going to talk. Hopper roughs him up a little bit and then throws him outside with the keys to the handcuffs and car and says he's not going to leave because he can't go back to the Russians. Still think he's a traitor at this point. And so Hopper, again, like that bad cop thing, he's trying to like play some mind games with this guy. And eventually the guy comes back in and tells him pretty much what we've already seen from the experiences of Dustin and his gang in the previous episode. So that's pretty much just confirmation of what Dustin and his gang has been going through. But as we saw at the beginning of this episode, Dustin and his people are on the run because they've been spotted by the Russians. The guy who Steve beat got back up, told his friends, our comrades. They start chasing him, and only Dustin and Lucas's sister gets away.
Yeah, and they get taken. Steve and Heather get taken as hostage. Robin. Yeah. Steve and Robin are the one that get taken hostage, and
and not much happens before them like spilling out their hearts.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean they get kidnapped, they get tied up, and basically, before that, Steve gets beat up a little bit, told to confess. Like how do they know about the Russians, and like if they have a plan, what is it? Then they get tied up, and then they try to think of a plan to escape. The Russians come back in. I guess I don't know what it was. It's like drug. Yeah. They drugged him. I thought it was a truth serum.
Probably, yeah. It's probably supposed to be that.
Yeah, but they get drugged, and they were telling the truth. To be honest, they were telling the truth. But the Russian thought they were telling nothing but lies, and so they try to resort to torture methods. But then Robin says something that piques his interest. They like saying that the code, like yellow and screen.
She starts mocking them for how quickly they were able to translate the code and then break what it means.
And he starts asking like, how do you know that, yada yada yada, and Steve just kind of goes off on him. He's like, yeah, how could y'all be so stupid?
Yeah.
You know?
They're calling him morons throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, and then we see Dustin and Lucas' sister come to the rescue, save them, but of course they have a little trouble because they're drugged. So we kind of see them escaping with them. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. How'd you like this episode review? How'd you like the episode? With that said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.